I was thinking too.
Oops.
I just texted Aaron, and he thought this was next week, so he won't be able to make it tonight.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with whatever you guys decide. I genuinely have no idea if I'm going to lose power or internet. It doesn't usually happen in these storms. For some reason, our power grid here is incredible.
That is unusual for rural communities, but very good.
How often does it like do that weird surgy thing where it's like, like loses power and then comes back?
Sometimes, but I have an uninterruptible power supply between the wall and my router and computer, so the only thing that's going to happen are my lights flicker, and you guys wouldn't even know that anything happened. Other than you might hear a beep, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah, I genuinely, as long as the phone lines don't go down, I could actually continue using my computer with internet for probably another half hour after I lose power.
That would be nice.
One of those like built-in battery protection, like surge protector things.
Oh yeah, it's called a UPS. It's fantastic.
I haven't had my computer go down from losing power, but I have more than a couple of times bumped the surge protector everything's plugged into and like shut everything down with my toe.
I've done that.
Which is it's the most infuriating thing because you can't even blame Murphy's Law. It's like, nope, I full on did that to me.
Yep, that was me.
Yeah. Okay, well honestly, I'm down. I mean, I am hoping Jake will be ready to play by the next time because I'll be up in Alaska. So worst case he can sit with me. But also like this is not going to be a super heavy duty game session anyways, just because you guys kind of just got back from your last one and are getting ready to go out on your next adventure. Okay. So I can't remember if I had told you guys what the next adventure was.
If I had remembered it was tonight, I would have watched the video and I would know. But I didn't remember, and so I don't remember.
Well, I wrote another one that sounded more fun. So
sounds good.
Yeah. So there's that. All right. Do we want to well, I guess it's up to you guys. If you guys want to wait, that's cool. If you guys want to play, that's also cool. I'm good either way. But if we're gonna play, let's roll some Destiny points.
Oh yeah.
Shoot.
I erased some of the custom dice I made because I was not comfortable with how they looked, and so now I don't have enough purple dice. I was going to remake them, and I went ahead and forgot that I was going to do that, so I haven't finished them. But that's okay. I will work with the ones that I do have.
Note-taking device.
Should probably involve this in my dice tower. 2 light side.
They're there. So
you got 1 dark side. That's 2 dark side, 4 light side so far.
I agree with that. Yep.
1 dark side, 2 dark side. Okay, so Stevie got a dark side. Jesus got a dark side.
Oh.
I wrote mine down in the chat.
Got a 2. Okay.
Some bad damage.
Yep. Alrighty. 2 dark side, 4 light side. Excellent. Gives me more reasons to throw humongous monsters at you.
I didn't hear
that. Use the light side to make that not happen.
I don't like to flip the Destiny point. Did I tell you that I one time had one of the kids in the group home who was he had messed up and he was about to get in trouble, and he looked me dead in the eye and said, Can I flip over a destiny point? And then I looked him right in the eye and was like, no.
Not this time.
No.
Fatal error.
No, this is too big for a destiny point, dude. So you guys have returned back to the Paladins, the Adamantium Tower, right? The Paladin stronghold.
Oh yeah.
And you have met with. Oh, one moment. I definitely did not forget his name. Tovek?
Master Tovek.
Tovek. I knew it. Definitely did not forget that. For sure didn't need to look that up.
Well, we had it written down in characters.
Yeah, that's what I was scrolling through. And you get back and report. You've reported your findings to Master Tovek, and he had asked to take some time to deliberate before giving you your next mission. You're the next site that you should investigate. A couple of days go by, several knights coming and going. You know, there's several paladins coming and going, doing their thing, and sooner or later, Master Tovek, you guys are summoned to the main hall. And there's Master Tovek there with several other older paladins, definitely kind of like a leadership vibe off of these guys. And he says, "Greetings, comrades. I have a somewhat difficult request to make. I had thought to send you to some other nearby ruins that we haven't quite had the opportunity to explore, but something disturbing has come up that I'm hoping you can help with while achieving your own objectives. There's been a large increase in the mutants that have come through from the northern wastes.
The demons?
No, not demons. The reason no one inhabits past the barrier wall or past the barrier mountains into the wastes is because, one, there's very little resources there, very little water. But also, the land at some point suffered some sort of calamity. It's scarred, barren, and the only things that live there are these horribly mutated and aggressive creatures. Many different varieties, as far as we can tell, found nowhere else on the planet. There are rumors of tribes, people that live there, but that hasn't been confirmed in at least a generation.
Okay, can I ask an out-of-game question?
Sure.
Is this like kind of like Fallout inspired a little bit, like radiation mutations, that sort of thing?
So one way to find out.
Yeah, maybe sort of. It sounds misleading to say yes.
Okay. Well, it makes me think of Dar being an Arcana has kind of resistance to those sort of environments. But anyway, continue.
Okay. You have resistance to like radiation and stuff?
Not exactly radiation, but really hostile conditions.
Okay.
What is it?
So, like, places like Tatooine are friendly to you.
Yeah, well, and Kona, the home world, is just, it's hot and dry and extremely arid and very kind of like toxic to other species.
Right, but isn't it also like sulfurous or something? Like I wouldn't be able to breathe well.
Yeah, like I literally I breathe in ammonia.
Right.
I was just scoping out, so to speak, to see if I'm I don't know what this was. Thank you.
Yes, sorry. Locally, the northern border mountains are the Oran Spine, and this barren zone is called the Madlands by the people. It's desolate, and the few people that have returned from there have come back, well, mad, crazy. Definitely not themselves. Some get better, some don't. There have been groups of people over time that have been exiled there or abandoned there, or some even chose to go there, which is, I think, where the rumors of tribes come from. But outside of that, we haven't seen anyone intelligent coming out of the Madlands for quite a while. But we're having an increase in these mutant creatures spilling over the border mountains, and we also have reason to believe, really, it's a drawing that was on one of the maddened individuals that came back about 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And it showed a structure, a drawing of a structure, unlike any other on the planet. And whenever we showed him the picture, he became much more animated, but no less able to communicate. He did eventually die of his wounds that he suffered, but we have reason to believe that there might be a ruin somewhere in the Madlands, just based on the limited architecture that we have of the precursors here. We think this drawing might be a match. And he kind of asks for one of the pages to go and get something, and I am going to try and find that picture that I got.
Is there anyone, Master Toad, like that we can talk to that has been there?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay. Is there any literature on it? Like any books that people have written?
No. Again, it's not a place that many come back from.
Oh.
It's pretty dangerous. Like I said, the few that have come back have usually come back crazy. Some remember their time, some don't. It's, from what we can tell, it's a very inhospitable place, full of struggles and monsters.
Are you offering a form of protection for us, or are we going to risk that happening to each of us going in there?
Well, to be honest, most of the people that have come back have not been. They're locals. They're not particularly hardy. They're typically not particularly well nourished. They certainly have no connection to the Force, or no larger connection to the Force, as we've yet to convince a wizard. He's gonna like air quote wizard to investigate.
I see.
So we don't know. We've never really had the manpower to mount a true expedition. We're hoping at some point that we would be able to, but it sounds like you may be that expedition. Like I said, we have reason to believe. Where is that?
We got this, y'all. We've seen some stuff. I lived through the purges. I ain't even scared.
A seamless transition from in character to meta. What is that?
Sorry.
It's great.
Here we go.
Did we lose someone? Oh.
Okay.
Hey, bad
wait,
news,
I
guys. The
forgot.
wind is blowing west. It's sending all the smoke towards you.
Hopefully
Uh-oh.
Montana catches it before we do, and they do.
Right.
Maybe
What is the dice pool again?
What?
What is the dice pool again? Sorry, I forgot to write it down.
The dice pool?
Yeah.
Too dark
Destiny.
for light.
Thank you.
Destiny. Yes.
That looks
Too
a
dark
lot
for light.
like ancient Italy.
I believe in notes we have the picture.
That's cool.
And so as the page comes out, he pulls out what appears to be a rabbit skin, tanned, and he lays it out on the table in front of you guys. And you can see that this probably was not the original drawing, but it was a copy onto probably a more suitable medium. He says, as you can see, there are no buildings like this, I mean, anywhere else on the settled portions of this. So at a minimum, this had to come from somewhere. Whether or not it's a precursor outpost or just some other group is unknown, but we have reason to believe that it is a precursor outpost based on some of the limited information we do have, mostly the shape of the windows and these columns here that they use. We have seen those in other ruins.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this will be quite dangerous. I would ask that you bring one of our apprentices
Was the
along.
watering okay?
Oh, that kind
That was
of
back in its right spot.
answers my question that I was
Okay.
gonna say, which is Master Tovok.
Okay.
How much would you advise against us potentially going back to our ship that you know about but nobody else does, and using it to travel there, maintaining our covert nature, but using it to protect us from the hostile environment, at least for a portion?
It's a good question. Give us an outpost to return to should things
If
get
we
dicey.
exactly, but also if we could fly over this area in the ship, that would help too.
My concern is twofold. One, the populace has already seen your ship. At least some of them have already seen your ship coming in the first time. Once more when you leave could possibly be strategically timed, or we could find a reason to have everybody be doing something else to the best of our ability. You know, we could cover up or explain another time, but there, back, and then leaving, that's a lot. People are going to ask questions. You know,
True.
once is an oddity, twice is concerning, 3 times is a pattern. You know, now something is happening. So
that time is definitely aliens.
I don't suppose you
Right.
have any alien spray paint where we could camouflage our ship. Just kidding, of course. But
So just flying it at night, you don't think it's going to be enough?
A modern starship lights up the sky
That's true.
pretty spectacularly on a planet with no light pollution.
No light, right?
whose idea
Okay,
was it
yeah.
anyway to make the engines make so much light? Come on.
Dang,
Yes, well,
dang aliens!
I know.
I'm pretty sure it's just the physics of how
George
the engines
Lucas.
work. We couldn't.
Wonder
Wait,
what
okay.
human stuff says.
I really wish I had a droid that I could well, actually, the reason why is
We need to
Yep.
freeze
to
you.
launch into.
They use light photons for traveling fast.
Right, that.
Well, okay, so that's not an option.
Well, I suppose it's not entirely off the table if that's truly what you want to do. We would just have to coordinate very, very carefully your takeoff and landing. The
That would
other,
be true, but it's nice if no one is really living in this area, and it's as truly as arid, even along the side. Like, I'm hoping that once we get this ship on the other side of the mountains, we won't really be seen anymore.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. But you would presumably need to return to this area here,
Yeah.
so we can discuss your success.
That's true.
My other concern is that if there is some sort of mind-altering effect in this area, that on foot you would likely notice it before it became too strong, whereas traveling speed of a starship, you could be too deep into this effect before noticing it and be
That is
operating
very-
a particularly dangerous and easy to crash piece of equipment.
I really
That
can't
is very
remember
wise, Master. Yeah.
if this is true or not, but I remember very vaguely that we at one point had speeders on our ship. Do we still have speeders? We had 2.
If not, can we flip a destiny point to say yes, we still do?
That's a pretty big flip of a destiny point.
That is, I know.
Yeah,
That's probably like flipping all 4 of them.
Can I flip a destiny point to retcon some crazy stuff?
I would
Flip
say
a destiny point to get rid of the lights on the ship.
Can I flip a destiny point to change physics, move heaven and earth?
no,
Right.
no, you can't, Ricky.
I'm writing about this DM experience on Reddit right now.
No, I would say, I mean, if you guys, I don't specifically remember that. I remember you guys were using a couple at one point, but I couldn't remember if they were rented or purchased or stolen
It's
or what.
very possible they got returned. It's so long ago, I don't remember. It was like a year of real time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
legitimately don't remember those.
I mean, I think the last time I remember you guys using speeder bikes was when you were hunting those giant creatures.
Mm-hmm.
That where you had the kid who was running his
Right.
Galactic Tube channel.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Okay,
That was
and
a hot minute ago too.
I can't remember if those were like actually yours or returned. But I tell you what, if you're willing to listen through the old recordings and tell me for sure, then we can totes go with you guys having them.
Oh,
Obviously not like right now, but
right.
because like
just have
that's
to
not an
listen to it.
asset you guys would just give away or get rid of. You know what I mean? Like, I know
think
you guys like change ships and everything, but it's not like those were connected to the ship. So if you double check the recordings and you guys didn't get rid of them or give any of them back, then absolutely you can have them for sure.
Oh,
100%.
okay. I'll check, but thanks.
But so again, sir, you know, however you think is best. It's your mission. It's your lives you're risking. I again do want one of my apprentices to go with. He's one of the younger generation that we have tasked with recording knowledge, and he would probably know the most about anything that you guys might find along the way, as well as I think this would be a beneficial experience for his development.
Could see where there might be a benefit there.
So, if you need some time to discuss and to plan, I would be happy to give it to you. I want to find you guys a map of...
Is this apprentice initiated enough that he can see our lightsabers?
Absolutely.
Is
And
he
I assume
initiated
you were.
enough that I can use my blaster?
Yes.
Yes, thank God. Okay, so we probably should go back to the ship
that's good.
because I probably have my pistol on me too.
I really want to make
just not
space
with me.
ghillie suits now.
Somebody,
Right.
someone give me real quick, like, somebody give me a leadership, an average leadership check.
Ooh, that might be mine. Oh, no, that was Keltar. Never mind. Where was
Hold
it?
on, I think I have good. I forgot to open my sheet. One
We
moment.
all know I am not the leader of this group.
Well,
Hold on.
Are we cool with sharing dice?
I know
pools?
I
don't
have
remember.
decent. I have decent leadership.
'Cause I feel like in
Um,
real life, if I knew, like, if I were Dar in real life, I'm pretty sure I would know, like, Jared's better at it than I am, or, oh, I'm better at it than Jared is. Like, are we cool with sharing dice pools, or is that too meta? I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I have no problem with that.
No. So I have a yellow and a green for leadership.
I have
As
three
long
green.
as you guys aren't like hashing it out in combat, like it would make
Sure.
sense that if you're like, well, one of us has to jump up there. Who can jump the highest? Like that's a normal conversation that people would have. Like, which one of us is going to be the best at scampering?
Okay.
You know, that's a normal conversation that people would have.
I'm just above average at 3 green.
Okay, I have a yellow and a green.
Okay, so you could get a triumph, but I can't. But I could get more success than you also. So
Okay. This is the part where a math brain needs to go.
mathematically, the chance is better with my pool.
All right, let's do it then.
How hard is this check?
Average.
Okay. All right. Well, that did not go well. 2 failure and 1 advantage.
2 failure, 1 advantage. Okay. You're not sure why,
Never tell me the odds.
but he is definitely Master Kobek is definitely like a little more cool with people knowing that you're from off world,
Oh.
or at least that you're like how different you guys are. Because like before, it was like, hey man, don't bring stuff up. And slowly over like the time you guys have been spending here, he's been letting. I mean, again, it's not like the entire order is here, but like more and more people kind of in on the situation.
I'm cool with this. I mean, like,
so
I'm
to
from.
speak.
You know, I like kind of am okay with people knowing I'm from Dathomir. I don't mind if that word gets out. People will respect me more for it.
They sometimes do. I mean, some of them also, you know, don't think
Like,
you're
oh,
a witch, but
Are you a witch? I'm like, nope. Thanks for asking, though.
I respect you for being a witch, Dar.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Not sure how to take that if I'm not one.
I can respect you for other things, but you know.
I respect you for your lightsaber skill.
Right.
okay.
I definitely pumped my lightsaber skill when I leveled up this character a while back.
Open.
Did we unlock force powers?
I'm gonna go make some coffee real quick, but I'll still.
Yeah, I got the ebb and flow last time we were playing. That's right.
I think so, yes. I believe you guys did get experience points and force powers.
Got force
man,
powers?
that's a cool force power.
I think, well, you had an opportunity for like a discount, like a cheap discount on the 4C power.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Seek power. Well, I think it was 4C.
I must have just chosen against it. Okay.
You actually might have been the one person that stayed awake and didn't get the did like because I think one person
That was
chose
me.
like, no, I'm not gonna meditate.
That was
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the one who, unfortunately, like, trying to help out the team just made the worst choice possible.
It be like that some days.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Okay. How do I steal a bigger... Open a new tab. That's what I wanted. Save images. Nope. Screen print. Okay, 1 second. Screenshots. Crop. And copy. Copy file. All right. Here is a chopped down picture of the map. I finally found a good map for this place.
Oh. Ooh. That's cool. I like that map.
Well, this is just like the very local area. I can give you guys a larger map. Actually, I don't know why I don't just do that. Just do that.
We probably would recognize some of it because of our, scouting from space, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, you would definitely, like, coming down, you're like, oh, there's a big dead area, and there's where there might be some people.
Yeah.
Like that.
Right. Because we were able to do that with the cities. Like, oh, that's an area with commerce.
Right. All right, there is...
Uh-oh, which one of you is getting arrested? I hear sirens.
It's my neighborhood, but not me. I haven't done anything to get arrested in a while.
I did not expect it to be phrased that way.
I'm feeling quite confident that it is not for me.
It's been a while since I've angered the law enforcement that much. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So here is your map. I would say, just due to your contact, with, like the paladins and whatnot, you would probably have everything pretty much filled in, all of like the main places, including Fume up here, and the Bowl of Glass, and Starfall Sea and everything. But yeah, so you guys,
Where's our ship in relationship?
okay, your ship is, you see Vossport,
Yeah.
that stand of trees just north of Vossport.
Uh-huh.
That's where you guys are.
That's funny.
Okay.
I actually kind of imagined this a little bit.
That river that runs along there, that is the river that you guys sailed down, and that Bridgetown is built next to that. This map is not to scale. It was hand drawn by people that are illiterate.
Where are we again? Oh, Adamite Tower. There we go.
Yeah. I call it the Adamantium Tower. It's actually the
I kept almost saying that each time I was trying to read it.
Yes. So sorry. Yeah, the Adamite Tower is up here, right, kind of nestled in the Orden Spine. And as you can see, there is something of a pass there. It's probably not quite the straight shot it appears to be. Oh, this was done with Ink Incarnate. I could totally make this map myself. Or Wonder Draft, not Ink Incarnate. That's super cool. Sorry. Had a little geek moment there.
No,
So
cool.
you guys from the Adamite Tower have a straight shot into the Madlands. I would say these roads that they have there, you guys don't know about. They're probably not on your map. I don't know where those roads came from, but I don't think they're supposed to be there.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Is that there are no roads there? Or we don't know about the roads that are there?
In the Madlands, I would say you for sure don't know about any roads, and I will have to look in the book to determine whether or not there are roads.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
But you for sure don't know about them. And I'm not 100% sure they exist, so...
I forgot you didn't make this up from completely, that this is from a book.
I keep forgetting that too. This sounds so very you, Zach. Like, it's good,
It does.
but like, this is just so you that I'm like.
It sounds very your speed.
I thought you did. Like, it would surprise me when he said, "Oh, I can make it on my geek thing," because I was like, I thought you did. You did.
That's funny.
So that's why I had to ask. Like, I was like,
I should start making you guys cool maps.
Who has the time?
I do actually now.
Oh, okay.
I was just thinking about it. Like, wait, I will. I by next game, I'll make you guys a map of where your Jedi temple is on your planet of base.
Nice.
That'll be a fun project. Stevie, you're muted, but I can hear you talking. Okay, I won't worry about it because it's definitely not important. All right. So again, you guys can make the trek down, gather your ship. There may or may not be consequences or hard rolls involved in getting out of there unseen. But yeah, once you kind of get out of civilization, you would be able to search the Madlands much faster. On by ship. So it's kind of up to you guys how you want to do that.
I think it would be a good idea. I think it would be worth trying to time the flights to and fro.
So if we do that, I have some thoughts. Like, I think we need to do it at night. We need to try to be in the mountains as much as possible. So maybe low flights, obscured from view until we get to a point where we're comfortable with literally taking off vertically, so that we can get out without most people seeing us. And if anyone does, they're just like, there's like a weird speck that went up into the sky. Oh well. And then we could get a nice orbital view, but I don't know what that really gains us other than just a zoomed out picture of the Madlands. I mean, it may not be all that useful.
That's true. I was thinking maybe low orbit, so we can navigate around a little more.
Low orbit. Now, does that mean that we're visible?
Never mind.
If you were directly over a city,
I guess, because I was thinking
night
about
with
it.
your thrusters on in low orbit, you would be visible. Daytime, I don't know. I'm not sure how the science works there. I guess
I was still remembering. I kept forgetting that there isn't a good amount of light associated with it. So maybe this isn't the best idea. I thought about using ourselves as a drone.
Well, let me ask you this: is the International Space Station high orbit or low orbit?
I would say low orbit.
I think it's low orbit.
Then I would say daytime, you guys would be invisible at low orbit.
Wait, the International Space Station, we can't see it anytime without a telescope. That shit's high orbit. Yeah. I would say what's it called? The Starlink. Remember when I texted you because I brought Dan out and we thought we saw aliens at the house one night?
Yeah, I know. Me and Jeffrey were on a walk, and Jeffrey was like, "They're aliens."
And you also thought you saw aliens.
Aliens.
And it's Starlink. That would be low orbit, right?
That's hilarious.
That's a really good story.
I almost woke a whole child up to come see aliens.
Was it should have died in Vietnam boy?
Oh yes. He's the only one I would have done that for.
ISS is in low Earth orbit, so I would say sure. If you guys want to get up to low orbit, you can be invisible in the daytime, but you would be visible at night.
Cool.
But still, think about the shots that they get from the International Space Station. It's the whole continent.
You know what, guys? We've been thinking about getting off the planet invisibly the wrong way. We need to take off during the day. Because at night, they're going to see the light. But during the day, there's going to be so much light pollution.
I never take into account the light.
Right.
I'm sure I'm messing Stevie up, because she would absolutely know, but Liz is dumb.
We would just need to be far away enough that it doesn't make a whole lot of noise.
Right. Maybe we should start landing in the Madlands. I don't know. Never mind. I kept thinking we were going to use it like a drone, but y'all are right. So I'm just stupid tonight.
Really starting to think. We're so close to the Madlands, it might make sense for us to go all the way to get the ship.
Well, if we travel during the day up into low orbit and then, maneuver to where we want to go and then wait till night and do the whole shooting star technique to come back down, I feel like that's totally doable.
Yeah, I was also if we were gonna do that, I was thinking the Madlands was further away and we'd be creating an outpost kind of thing. With the Adamite Tower so close, if we move the ship into the Madlands too far and then get separated from it, we kind of just stranded the ship out there.
True, that's
true. I agree with that. Yeah.
Whereas I was thinking we were just gonna kind of get into the at the border of the Madlands and create an accessible outpost, but the Adamite Tower essentially serves as that based on the map right now. So I almost feel short stint into the Madlands, and then if we really get interested into the Madlands, we could always come back and take the ship in deeper later, should we need to.
That sounds like a good point.
I agree.
I would just be concerned about stranding the ship out there.
Because we would lose a lot.
Yeah.
we would be writing a whole new campaign.
We would, because
Right.
this guy's not getting out messages to Peme, So we would have lost all contact with anyone. Yeah.
As far
Okay,
as
let's just start hoofing it then.
your spaceship is the only way off this planet, as far as you know.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Like, presumably Tovak did something with the ship that he showed up on in him and his compatriots. But I mean, that could be also what all of the other paladins are currently wearing. So, hard to say. It's not something you guys have talked to him about. But so, yeah, just
All right.
keep that in mind.
Say we start hoofing it.
Well, you also have horses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we
And
get
horses.
any pack animals? Or
And I assume we're going to be provided with things like, you said it could be like, or maybe it's not toxic, and Dar was just asking about it, but like, any like breathing help we might need, or like equipment like that.
right,
Are there those things on this planet?
I'd like
Do you have like oxygen tanks and...
some clarification on what the threat might be if we have any information on that, because if we need to go in covertly, for instance, I want to be prepared. I'm not ready for covert right now.
So the sum total of knowledge that they have about the Madlands is it's barren. Like, the sum total of confirmed information, it's particularly barren. Both naturally and it appears to be unnaturally in some way. There are an increasing number of aggressive, like, weird, mutated, corrupted, whatever you want to say, like, messed up creatures that sometimes come wandering out, and that has been increasing. That's part of the reason you guys are going in there, to see if you can determine why. And that people have periodically left and gone to live in the Madlands, or been exiled to the Madlands, and they almost never come back. And any of the people that has come back has usually been crazy, and like, some of them have been cured, some of them have not been cured, and some of the ones who have been cured have been amnesic. Some of them just tell stories of this horrible wasteland. Outside of that, and one crazy guy came back with this drawing of this ruin. Outside of that, you guys really don't know much about the Madlands.
Alrighty then. Well,
Okay, my instinct is that there's some sort of chemical thing going on, and I want to be very careful about that. And then that also I have my misgivings about these creatures that I want to be very careful about maybe encountering. So I want to be prepared to have to be able to stealth if I can. And if that means that I have to just like I was joking about earlier, make a space ghillie suit, I'd love to. Like, take the time and do that. That's worth it.
Well, that is armor that you can acquire.
Nice.
we might have a... We might... We're going back to the ship, right, at some point? Because, like, we might have a ghillie suit or two. I thought I bought something at one point.
I've actually made them in real life. They're really easy to make.
So they're super easy, right?
Super easy. It takes time, but it's easy, and you can use the materials that are around you, no problem. And it's better.
So it's funny you describe it as a ghillie, because like, how would you...
If you give me a hard survival check, and spend like a decent amount of time, like perhaps like you're sitting around the campfire time, working on a ghillie suit, and you give me a hard check, as long as you recognize that that you'll have to do it again when you change environments, I'll totally let you do that.
Okay.
Because that is very in line with your culture and reality.
I would like to make one with Dar.
Okay.
I have one success
Survival.
in my check.
So you're making one for like the Adamant Tower region camouflage?
Yeah,
like
and
this like hill country mountain vale camouflage.
Yeah, like the way I did it in real life, it was I just took a shirt and I put like a netting over it, and then I used like dyed twine, but you can actually go like pick out grass and leaves and stuff and just stick it in that netting. That's all you really have to do, and then you just refresh it with fresh stuff of wherever you are, and then you literally just blend right in. It's great for hunting.
I used to own it was a full body mosquito net ghillie suit.
Nice.
So it was a ghillie suit, but it also kept the bugs off you.
That
Single
sounds
greatest piece of outdoor equipment I think I've ever owned.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It let me hike in the summertime in short sleeves in Alaska, which was really nice. Because, like 75 isn't that bad until you have to wear like secondhand BDUs is a full jacket to keep the bugs off stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, fantastic. Absolutely love it. Yeah, and if anybody wants to do that, if anybody wants to try to make a ghillie suit, I will give you guys 2 blue die on any stealth checks that would involve that. But if you don't change your ghillie suit and you're wearing it around, then I'm going to take away 2 because you're wearing it like in the wrong environment. If you're doing the whole like Arctic hair gamble, can't turn white too early, can't stay brown too long.
Camouflage is so funny. In the woods, it's like, yes. In the city, it's like, there's.
Although, I don't know if you've seen the pictures of the guy who hangs out in a ghillie suit in a pot.
That is
on
so
the sidewalk
funny.
And freaks people out.
So hilarious.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I read a story, probably on Reddit, about a guy who was doing that, and the author goes up and is like, "Hey man, how's it going?" It's like, kind of going through some stuff, but thanks for asking. Again, I don't know if it's true, but I like to believe that it's true because it makes me giggle.
I need to see this meme.
Yeah.
All right. So you said if you don't change it, it will cost us what?
So if you make your ghillie suit for like the Adamant Tower region, like those
right, we get 2 blue.
You get 2 blue while in that region. If you cross over into the Madlands, which is a very different biome, and you're still wearing it, you get 2 black instead.
Seems fair.
Okay.
But you can do your overnight thing as sitting by the campfire instead of doing something else. You can work on making changing up your ghillie suit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making myself a sticky note so that I know I am in the ghillie suit.
Cool.
And I don't.
So, Dar, you managed to make your ghillie suit, and they got materials. You can get some sackcloth and stuff like that. You guys are getting outfitted for an expedition. They're bringing along extra horses with equipment, and that's part of what the apprentice, or page as he goes by, is official order title. The page Alexander will come with you, and in addition to kind of being a keeper of history, he'll manage the livestock and some of your supplies and stuff.
Excellent.
Does this mean we won't run out of food this time?
It's the hope.
This means that unless things go very wrong, like you lose an animal to a monster attack or something, then you won't have to roll for food for this trip. You won't have to hunt. Now you may need to gather water and manage other survival things. But yes, with this outfit, with this extra equipment and Arthur, I say Andrew or Arthur.
Arthur, I think.
Whichever one you prefer.
Okay, Arthur. Sorry, I was going back and forth between the two. Arthur will manage the livestock and the extra supplies. You still will have to set up your own tents. He may not be a paladin, but he's also not your punk biatch. So you are surprised to see when you meet him that Andrew is maybe 15.
You mean Arthur?
Son of a... Yes, Arthur.
Because you said Alexander at very first.
Okay, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. I apologize. We're going with Arthur. Sorry.
Arthur. Okay, like the king.
Yes, like the king, except,
Not really.
Not right. Yeah. When you meet Arthur, he is quite young. He's probably about 15. He's not entirely sure how old he is. But yeah, that sounds about right. As you guys are, planning your expedition, Arthur is going to come up. Say, well, how can I help? I'm Arthur. I'm your assistant for this expedition.
Are you any good at hunting?
I'm okay with a bow. I'm not as good as some of the paladins, but I would say better with the bow than the sword.
Good. How about making camp?
I do decent. I'm used to working with the animals, and many of my chores are similar to the chores necessary for camp: fetching water, getting the fire going, securing supplies. Those types of things are all common job duties of mine. I haven't been on an expedition quite this big or quite this dangerous before. Most of my, I've been to Fume once. That was across the bowl of glass. That was quite something.
And do you have your own gear?
Yes, I have my my own mule, and as well as I will manage the other pack mules.
Have your other expeditions been like this, and where taking notes and scribing, looking at the academic side? Do you have any experience in that?
Some. Most of my note taking has been involved in organizing our Hall of Records a little bit better.
That is good to hear. There'll be much to learn on this expedition.
Yes, I understand that.
Sorry.
We will be hopefully exploring ruins by the precursors, the people who were here before us, the tombs that you've been investigating.
Indeed. Do you believe you are prepared?
Well, most of the paladins are needed for martial duties, keeping the darkness at bay. I would say I am the most prepared person who is available to go.
I trust Master Tovik, and therefore if you've gained Master Tovik's, consideration and trust for this trip, then I have full faith in you.
Yes, well, your confidence is appreciated.
I have one more question.
Yes.
What would you do in the middle of the night in camp if we are ambushed by a predator that you did not know existed, was entirely silent and capable of crushing you in its jaws with a single bite. And you saw it.
Well, that depends. Does it see me? Am I still in my tent? Because if I'm still in my tent, I'm pretty sure the only thing I'm going to do is die. If you're asking about my mettle, I will tell you that I have fought many beasts, killed wolves. I cannot say for sure without experiencing it, but I do not doubt that I will act swiftly.
That is an acceptable answer.
Hopefully, I'm not asleep.
Dar goes back to working on his ghillie suit and meditating on what he may see in Madlands.
If I have time after working on my ghillie suit and meeting Arthur, can I go to the archives and see if there's anything on like maybe some of the community around the Madlands, like specifically those closest to us?
There really isn't any like known communities. There's no known communities in the Madlands.
I know that, yeah. But
and like you guys are probably like the Adamite Tower is most certainly the closest settlement to the Madlands, with Mewspear being the next closest, but you know, a whole mountain range away.
Not right. Okay, never mind then. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Like, this place is remote.
Okay. But do we have any information on how to get there? That's a really important thing that we haven't asked yet. There are like trails or paths or roads that
we're gonna have to go through this path right here.
Yeah,
at the W.
We know how to get there. Getting there is not the challenge. It's what's on the other side. No, there is a well-known path through the spine from the Adamite Tower. We have often chased criminals there, as well as creatures that have come through. We know where they are.
That is good.
I wonder if these are the same creatures as we found in the cave.
Well, they're not demons.
They're like related.
They're mutants, not demons.
I know, but like, are they connected somehow?
Oh, they could be. Not sure.
You know, because if there's like more activity going on, like the people in the town, the mine we were in, we're having a successful mining operation until
that very well might be why we're on this mission.
Activity started back up. So yeah, I don't know. It came together in my head.
Oh, I know. Do we have binoculars? Somebody had binoculars, right?
Somebody has binoculars.
On the ship.
Yeah.
Nobody brought the binoculars?
I don't think you guys brought any hardly any advanced equipment. Outside of your lightsaber.
I know I didn't, yeah.
I thought we brought stuff we could conceal.
Shoot. You may have. If you specifically have a pair of binoculars and you are quite certain you've had them this whole time, then I'm willing to trust you on that.
That's the one thing I don't have. I knew somebody else had.
I don't think not on this trip. Like, I was using my scope.
I thought
earlier.
Oh, you have a scope. Okay.
Well, I used to. It's on my bigger gun that I don't have.
That makes sense.
Oh, crap. Okay, well, I mean, according to the map, we're going through a mountainous region. I mean, we could climb up and get a lookout from an elevated point of view and spot any dangers that we're walk into.
That could be cool.
was
If
thinking
you
the
wanted
same
to
thing.
trek the mountain right behind the Adamite Tower before we head out.
We should ask
we
Tovok
at least
if he
go up
has
to
something.
We should definitely at least go up to like a higher spot before going into
Yeah.
it. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
Try and get
and
at
then
least away.
I have Farsight. Let me see here. No, that's not going to help me on this one because I took the Farsight for stuff that was fine details, not long range. Shoot. Okay, so my Farsight's not going to help us this time. But
Okay, guys, I want to make a short altercation. I just read through the section on the Madlands again, and while there is nothing in the Madlands, there is stuff on the other side of it. There's 2 settlements on the other side of it, the Highland Lakes and the Sunray Citadel. And that's apparently desirable for trading. So people do occasionally make it through on the roads, but it is still filled with mutants and crazies.
gotcha.
Okay. And it's been the activities picked up. I take still.
Yes, and the deeper into the roads kind of skirt the edge of the Madlands as best they can.
Okay.
The deeper in you go, the more crazy and mutated and everything stuff gets.
Okay, so
Okay, cool.
here's what I'm thinking, guys. I don't know what you think. First of all, I don't know that I want to trust rations in a place called the Madlands that I actually harvest from nature. Like, that could potentially be very dangerous, so I want to stock up on rations. I want to ask Tovok if he has anything like a spyglass or a telescope or anything that I could use in return, but that we can climb up elevation and get a better view. And then I also, immediately upon getting to the Madlands, as soon as I have the biome, like when I'm there, I want to make camp in a place that's very safe, with posted guards, and then work on like altering our camouflage so that we can get through this place without being harassed by any mutant creatures.
I second this.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that gets our food, that gets scouting, and then it also gets stealth covered. I should also mention gathering water, because water there could be bad too. I'm just kind of envisioning like walking into the what's it called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called right now. The glowing sea in Fallout. Walking into the glowing sea, it's like incredibly hostile. Maybe not from the weather, but from the animals. I just don't want to trust any of that.
There. All right. Any preparation? So assume that you have mounts, food, some water, but not like enough for the whole trip.
Right.
Some water, and like obviously like your tents and stuff covered. Anything outside of that, you need to specifically either get or like have on you or negotiate for with the paladins.
Yeah.
So be thinking of, this is a pretty involved journey, and you can probably get a lot of like mandatory equipment like for free from these guys, because you're doing them a solid.
Well, let's check on them maybe having a binoculars then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and tents. Like, did we have tents the last time we went on a mission? I don't think we did. I think we forgot about that.
No, we had tents.
We did?
So you had tents, because you guys had some gear from like that you had just gotten from the order, from the paladins.
Oh, okay.
They just
Yeah.
don't really come up as like a narrative point.
The only reason food came up is because nobody had good records on how much you guys had, including me. So it's like, all right, let's say this much and try this out. Like, it was fun. I don't know. Do you guys think the counting of the food and the having to gather food detracted or slowed down the game too much, or was it fun?
I found it fun.
I thought it was fun. I just remember kind of talking about, like, I had this weird memory about talking about food, and then the next time it was like, you have no food.
Okay.
I mean, I do need to keep better on it, but I can understand, like, in this kind of arc, it would very much make sense.
Yeah, it worked out well.
Like,
you know what it was?
No,
we decided we didn't have food when on a day like today when Rovi wasn't around.
And then Rovi had all the food.
Yeah, and then Rovi showed up and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've got like 24 days."
That's right.
Okay, yeah. But aside from that, like the actual mechanical, like having to dedicate time and roles and energy to managing your resources, was that part of the travel engaging?
For me, yes.
I would say from time to time, like in something like this where it makes a lot of sense. But like if we're walking through the forest, no.
Okay. Gitas, thoughts?
Yeah.
It sounded like an affirmative. Kind of far away from his mic.
I had just taken some like forage or stuff, so it kind of like worked out narratively.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted that for later, because if it's not fun, I won't do it again.
Sounds good. I enjoyed it.
Okay. So I would say you guys don't have to worry about food unless something happens. If you guys get like attacked by thunder wolves and they kill one of your mounts, or your horse gets dysentery, or you lose a wagon wheel or something. You know, unless bad things happen, which they might, you guys should have enough food to get there, and a sizable amount of water, as long as you guys are regularly refilling your water. At least until you get to the Madlands, you won't have a problem.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Anything else you guys are going to need, let me know. And see what we can do. Or you can let Arthur know, and he will help.
I will instruct Arthur to find a set of binoculars and return once he has one.
No, that's doing your work. I guess he would know what the binoculars were. Never mind.
I don't.
I am gonna go find a tent though while he's doing that.
Or a spyglass.
I have heard of treasures like that. I believe someone has a pair here. I don't know if they're here or not, but I will ask around if you want. I know that I know they exist. I believe I've seen a pair once. I think someone here, one of the paladins, might have such a treasure. I can inquire. And anything else you might want.
Water skins?
I have as many water skins as I think we can safely carry. At some point, it
becomes a burden.
It becomes a burden, and quite frankly, once we get in the Madlands, I doubt we're going to be in a position to completely fill all the skins we have. From what I hear, it's quite barren.
Well, that's the point, to go in with water, so we don't need. Okay.
I can go get those filled while I fill mine.
I can't think of anything else. We got survival gear. It's all right. I really had in mind. Am I missing something? Do we need something that's not survival? Do we need something of like a different category? Like
Okay,
medicine?
can I give you a list of things that I think Stevie could have gotten donated and wrangled up from the ranks of the Paladins for our journey?
Sure, shoot it to me in game chat.
Okay.
If anybody else wants to throw it on this list, just do so. I'll take a look at it, and if there's anything that I think you guys are going to need to negotiate for, I'll let you know.
Do we need medicine? Can we get medicine?
Ooh, I'll add that to the list. First aid kits, or something like that.
Go get the OSHA approved ones.
Right.
I'm sure, yeah.
Arthur looks at you and goes, OSHA, Ocean approved?
Yes, OSHA.
Sure,
OSHA
why not?
approved.
And this is just a list of like gear and stuff, so it does not include like the water, the rations, the horses, the ghillie suits we made, stuff like that. This is things like this.
Yeah, so you definitely have a 10. You definitely have a knife. One of you has a survival knife that has like survival.
I think I do, yeah.
You definitely have fire starters, 200 feet of rope. Absolutely, you can have that if you didn't already. First aid supplies.
At least on one of the horses. Maybe not on each person. But like, I'm assuming it's not as simple like in the rest of our Star Wars world, where it's like Bacta strips for everything.
Yeah.
Somebody
got food poisoning on the last.
So like you're gonna need like different anesthetics, splints. Like I have a first aid kit that has like stuff that helps you clot faster.
Yeah, if you have a first aid, if you have like an emergency med kit or something like that, which I think one of you has.
I guess we do, yeah. Okay,
and I'm pretty sure that was one of the items that you also brought with you.
Yeah.
And I do have a survival knife on my character sheet, so
then I would say like you have that kind of first aid stuff. But what Arthur comes back with is he only has 3 of them, and they're some sort of wax sealed glass bottle.
Ooh, I want one, please.
And the liquid inside is a kind of a greenish brown, not opaque, but maybe a little cloudy. And he says, "Well, I spoke with the healer, and this was all of the anti-venom that they had. Many of the mutants in the Madlands are known to develop potent venoms. One of these bottles contains a tincture of healing that is quite potent against the venom. I don't know how much it'll do for other injuries, but quite potent against the venom. Now, still not a guaranteed success, but far better than trying to ride it out."
I see what it is with the horses.
I will store them and make sure they're safe. And he like pulls out a leather case that is like straw stuffed in it, and it like ties at the corners, and he sticks it in one of the saddlebags.
Beautiful. Thank you for getting that for us.
Is there anything else that we need before we're off?
A good night's rest.
Yes. I will make sure that the horses and mules are brushed out and ready for the morning. Good.
Thank you, young Arthur. I look forward to traveling with you.
And good night.
You get rest too now.
And with that, he's going to head off to the stables.
Alrighty, gentlemen. I feel good about this trip. I'm excited.
I
Okay.
think that was an adequate level of preparedness, but we won't know until we get there.
You know, if we've made it this far, I think we're more prepared for this
Right,
one.
like I've learned
And
from
somehow the least
experience with
prepared for this
Zach
one at the same time.
that we need to prepare for things.
Really, I'm just, because you guys seem to love it, I'm experimenting with different, like, traveling roleplay opportunities.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
Because, like, I don't want to just, like, fast travel you guys, because that seems, like, way too easy. You know, I feel like going on an expedition, like, on foot should be a little noteworthy and a little hard. But
I feel
I'm
like...
trying to...
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying to kind of play with that because I'm going to be doing a lot of it when I run a hex crawl. So,
right, like the hex crawl type of role play is definitely different than what we've been doing so far, but it's a good difference.
Yeah. I'm trying to like strike a balance between that, like, all right, you guys just get here, don't worry about it, and like actually, you know, full on. Well, roll for speed, travel, you know, make this many hexes, like do an actual hex crawl. I'm trying to find like a balance between those two.
Yeah, there's kind of a trick to it. Sorry if I'm going off a tangent. Landmarks, encounters, or they don't necessarily have to be fighting encounters. They can be things that you discover. Discoveries, encounters, accidents, weather events, getting lost. Those are things that can really spice up travel quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I've been looking into that for hex crawl rules, but that's for D&D.
Yeah, I'll send you my stuff sometime.
Yeah, that'd be great. Safe to say, everyone's taking a rest, getting their beauty sleep. No need to post watches. Is anybody besides Dar working on a Adamite Tower Mountain Vale ghillie suit?
Oh yeah, I was working on one. I got like, hold on, I wrote 1 second. It was like 1 success, 3 advantage or something.
You know, that's a hard survival check.
Yeah,
right?
so... Oh shit, okay, I'll roll it again. Well, there we go. 3 success, 3 disadvantage.
Okay. You have a really good base for your ghillie suit, right? Most of the quote-unquote camouflage, you just grabbed grass from like the nearest pasture and started like sticking it in there. It's not great. Like, it'll definitely like do the trick for now, but like you're probably gonna want to touch it up at some point when it's convenient.
That works. We're gonna be switching environment soon enough, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, unless anybody else has anything else want to do at the tower, Master Tovak meets you at the gate. Says, greetings and good luck.
Good morning.
Remember, coming back with some information is better than staying there with all of the information. So, if you run into trouble, don't be afraid to pull the plug early. Nobody would blame you.
Did he have any sort of spyglass or binoculars, anything like that?
Oh, sorry. No, they did not. There is a paladin that has a pair of, like, they call them treasures, like old, like what they would call old war, but you would call modern. But like macro binoculars or whatever they call them in Star Wars.
Oh, okay. He's probably not willing to part with him.
He's out doing stuff.
Okay, no problem.
They're busy right now.
We'll make things work. We'll just have to ask Legolas what his elf eyes see.
Which one of you has the highest perception in the bow and arrow?
I think it's me, actually.
I think it might be you.
2 yellow, a green, minus a black, and 2 white.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Okay, well, with that, you guys, good, best of luck. Take care of Arthur. Arthur, you know what to do.
How many animals do we have?
You each have a horse. Arthur has a donkey, and there are 3 other donkeys that are laden down with food and water and.
Oh, excellent!
Yeah.
Guys, when we use up some of the rations, we can send the donkeys home because they'll know how to get home.
Okay, now. Can
Arthur's
we roll a xenology check?
Arthur's gonna look at you a little sus. Like,
that's how people do it in real life.
Donkeys are rather smart. Or sorry, mules. Did I say donkeys? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Donkeys. Donkeys are rather smart, but well, we're likely to pass quite a few things that would kill a wild donkey between here and our destination, so turning them loose might not be the kindness you think it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whatever you say, man.
Hey, Dar, I tell you what. If you want to flip a destiny point, then the guy who had the macronoculars or whatever they're called was in town and was willing to lend them to you.
Do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes.
That is definitely something you should be able to flip a destiny point for.
Excellent.
All right. Add down borrowed macronoculars from Paladin that looks like he could snap me in half.
I don't know if it'll let me put that many words in there, but I'll do it.
You can also put yoked paladins binoculars if you want.
Macro binoculars borrowed. There we go. Excellent. I can't carry them. My encumbrance will go to 14 of 30.
I got him.
You also have a horse.
Right.
You also have a horse.
They are on the horse.
These are big, sturdy space horses.
Ooh, how much are these gonna how much could these macronoculars enhance your perception, right?
I don't think that's what they do.
I think mostly what it does is give you the option to even try to perceive things that are really far away.
Okay, that makes sense. Damn.
That's mostly what it is. It's you still got to use your normal perceptive abilities. You can just look further now.
Okay, cool.
But if a situation arises where you feel like you can make a case for getting a blue dice for having binoculars, I will entertain it up to the point that it becomes irritating.
All right.
All right. Go ahead and give me. These are the same horses you guys have been using, so I'm not going to make you roll animal handling.
Do we want to do?
You guys have been through some battles with these horses. They sort of trust you guys now.
Yes.
They're not afraid of your lightsabers anymore, so that's cool.
Trusty Steve, will carry me.
Your trust.
My trusty
I almost said my trusty Steve at first.
My trusty Steve. But let me get some perception checks. Everybody give me a perception check for as you guys kind of get a few hours north of the Adamite Tower.
Average?
Yes, please. Average.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perception.
no success only.
Okay. Oh. Oh, no, that's not bad at all. 4 success, 2 disadvantage. Oh, sorry, 3 success, sorry. 3 success, 2 disadvantage.
1 success.
Okay. Dar and Jetus. What you guys notice is the area north of the Adamite Tower looks like it is probably absolutely exceptional farming. But it is completely empty.
Ooh, this looks like a place
Like,
to settle
from
down.
what you know of from, like, living in rural places, like, this looks like fertile ground. Like,
Guys.
wild grass growing 10 feet tall type of, you know.
When we're done smashing bad guys, I would not be opposed to settling down here.
So,
Listen, okay, I greenlit Exploration Simulator, Survival Simulator. I'm not greenlighting Farm Simulator. I don't know enough about that.
No. This is more
That's where
like,
Dan takes over the campaign for you.
this is more like what we were joking about at Oralunga of like, oh, we'll set up a penthouse here and like a vacation spot.
Although
'Cause it's
expanding this as a
beautiful.
Jedi temple could be fun.
And then just hire a bunch of farmers with the riches I have. That's granted.
Serfdom.
I you know what? Give me an easy knowledge outer rim check.
Oh, okay.
knowledge out of them. Where is
Survey says 1 disadvantage.
I don't know if it would work or not, but you're pretty sure Master Tovek would like kick your butt for trying.
Who needs that guy? When I'm old, he'll be dead already.
Dark, but okay.
Remember, Dar struggles with dark thoughts. Just remember that.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. We all struggle with dark thoughts.
Trick is just not letting Dan stray into those dark thoughts while role-playing.
That is the trick, isn't it? Okay, so you guys make it through the first day through what looks like is pretty easy, pretty beautiful country. No real signs of civilization. Go ahead and give me a easy survival check to make camp for the night, and you guys are kind of getting towards the top of the path.
Okay.
You managed to make good time, and Arthur seems to know exactly where you're going.
Now,
Ooh,
can I ask
5 success.
have we changed biomes sufficiently that I need to adjust?
Nope. Still in
Alright.
that kind of mountain vale.
Good.
And Service says 3 success.
Okay, Stevie with her 5 success, killing it.
Nice.
Gita's got 2 success, and you said you got 3 success?
Correct.
This is easy. You know, you guys have camped in way sketchier, way harder spots. it is not hard to find a nice, flat, dry, soft spot with a few trees where you can, tie your hammocks and your tents to, and there's a creek nearby. This is pretty relaxed camping. You guys managed to find a very good spot, and everybody gets their tent set up without issue. Arthur, of course, is busy taking down the packs from the donkeys and brushing them out and taking care of his mule and setting up his own tent, and then he'll get the fire started. Unless anybody objects, Arthur is going to go and fill the pot from the nearby creek and just dump some of the dried rations into the water and boil it all into gruel.
Oh, I can help with my 5 success. I'll help cook. We'll make that gruel nice.
I have a suggestion. Let us follow the example of the Native Americans and have our fire inside of almost like a teepee with a smoke hole, so that we don't attract any attention from the light of the fire.
Did you bring a teepee?
I think it's far enough out.
No,
I'm gonna need
I'm just gonna cut a hole in the
series of checks to build a teepee now.
Well, you're gonna cut a hole in the top of your tent?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I would be interested to see if there's any caves or anything while we're in the Madlands or closer that we could set up camp in to do just that.
The benefit of doing it in a tent with a hole in it is that the smoke becomes mosquito repellent.
Also human repellent.
Right.
I'm fine. I'm an Arcona. I'll be okay.
I'm aware. You privileged son of a gun.
I don't know. Homeboy does get addicted to salt, so
that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
don't overly salt the food tonight. Please be careful.
I won't do that.
Start getting twitchy and his eyes will change color.
No. We'll go out and I brought some basic seasonings we've collected over time. We've done this long enough.
Way better than usual. Oh, wow.
Well, Rovy's not here, but he has been practicing his cooking skills. And I believe he does have an assortment of seasonings.
He left me with his seasonings.
So I would say it's safe to say that if you guys want to, you can definitely improve Arthur's meal.
Yeah. We'll teach this young man a thing or two. Like what you said. You've been where you are. Let me show you my ways.
Oh.
And we make a fantastic dinner.
So as goofy as it sounds, I just want to block the view of a campfire at night. I just think it's a smart idea.
No,
I mean, you guys can absolutely build up a rock wall, build up a wind wall, and some stuff like that. And if you guys want to invest some energy into it, you absolutely can block the light on 4 sides or something.
We're not in the Madlands yet, so yeah. I think we'll be fine tonight. We need to start doing that.
We are in the wilderness
from now on.
We can definitely do it if you want. We're at a day out from the Adamant Tower. Arthur, how dangerous is the area around here?
Not so bad. It would just be any passing mutants that snuck through that weren't picked up by other paladins. So not too bad, but not impossible by any means. Maybe definitely safe enough to sleep here, but I certainly wouldn't, send my family to settle the area.
Okay, how about this? For tonight, we'll go ahead and put out the fire as soon as the food's done.
Good thinking.
So that it's not out. I just don't want to rearrange everything. But yeah, I see what you're saying. So as soon as the food's done, we'll put out the fire. We can eat in the dark. It's not that hard, and then go to bed.
Well, you know, like a fire might keep the wolves away, but it also might attract highway robbers. Is what I'm thinking.
Right. Or those. Like, I know I can keep wolves away.
Oh,
I don't know what the mutants
won't.
are or anything else.
Yeah. No,
You don't have to worry
don't-
about bandits this close to the tower.
Yeah.
There's certainly
not
no
too worried about
bandits out here.
The mutants. That can change.
What I
I've
used to
heard
do when I was on the run myself is you can actually kind of just dig a small hole and put the fire in the hole.
Yeah.
That too.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to really like disguise a fire. A hole in some stacked up rocks will, as long as you're not making big old bonfires, if you're making like regular campfires, you can. I mean, you're not going to be invisible or anything, but you're not going to stick out.
We could
Maybe
do all of
I'm
that.
envisioning a fire that's a lot brighter than one
I don't know. I'm all for you cutting a hole in your tent.
would.
You are more than welcome to start building a teepee, by the way, or cut a hole in your own tent.
Roof.
Yeah. Get that
Roll
good
for
view.
rain.
It's a rain roof.
Right, exactly. Well, I'll just drape my jacket over top of it. Fine. No, I will opt to not cut the hole. I was just trying to be prudent.
Okay, good with it.
Either way, are you guys planning on setting watches? What do you want to do?
I could do a watch.
I'll take first watch with my.
I'll do
night
second
vision.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first watch. I'll take first.
And then I'll have the binoculars.
Oh, did
From
those
my
work at
watch.
night?
Arthur is going to be too busy tending to the animals and the gear and camp to stand a watch.
Yeah, I don't. He does enough work. His duties. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's a big help around here. Yeah, he can have first nap.
I haven't done anything around camp. Just let him do it.
Yeah, I'm interested in taking that first watch.
Okay.
My dice here.
Go ahead and give me a. You guys don't have a fire, so go ahead and give me a hard perception check. And then you do get your low light vision benefits.
Yeah.
Make that a hard check with because you don't have the fire, 2 setback, 2 black die.
And we'll make that 1 because I can remove 1 black die. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, my force power. So I can expend 1 pip to ignore the effects of darkness or blindness. See up to medium range. Oh, that's for a round or for 1 minute. Shoot. So we're gonna ignore the force power because it's just not. It's not the right application at all. Right. And the only downside to physical dice is it takes a second in order to actually tally up what you get.
Yeah.
Those cancel out. Ooh, this is not looking good. Oh wait, no, this. So I have 2 advantage. Is my dice roll 2 advantage. Managed
Okay.
to cancel everything out.
You see nothing really at all. Pretty quiet. Almost
like
kind of eerily quiet, like there's not as much game as you would expect. Like you'd expect in like lands this fertile with, this much food, you'd see a lot more like deer and elk and stuff, and you've seen some, but not very much.
I'm disappointed in how quiet it is, but at least they're not predators.
It's a little empty. It's a little empty.
Could be.
Anybody want to do a second watch?
I guess second watch.
Take your chances with the emptiness of the veil.
So what's the difficulty on this perception check then?
Hard with
Or
2
just
black.
like that? All right, cool. Womp womp.
You see nothing as well. It's just dark blackness. The sound of, like the wind blowing through grass. But that's it. That's all you got.
Oof. Okay.
By the time dawn breaks, Arthur's up and he's kind of stoking the fire and getting the kettle on.
I'm gonna go rest my eyes for a little bit while he gets coffee ready, since he's awake, and then I'll rally.
Excellent.
I'm gonna prop my head up against a rock, so I'm not too comfy, and I'm not going to sleep or anything.
Steve,
you
don't
definitely
sleep on your horse.
You definitely notice that the coffee does not have a lot of smell to it. And when you drink it, it is just hot water.
What kind of stem calf is this?
Y'all, we didn't bring coffee. Oh my god.
Steve,
Stem?
it's okay. You can sleep on the horse.
No.
What is
I'm gonna make this
stem
worse.
calf?
Stem calf
Right.
is the stuff that we traded so that we can.
No, that's definitely part of my rations. Let's not. That's part of my rations. Now I may have to doctor it up.
If it makes you feel better, Dar reaches down and grabs a little bit of dirt in his hand, and he says, "This will give it color, maybe a little bit of flavor. I could do you a favor."
I tell you what, Stevie, if you want to flip a destiny point, you can have a few weeks worth of really crummy stem calf.
Instant stem calf.
Totally worth the flip.
Would a
Like
few
the
weeks be 30
Folgers
days, like
version.
1 month?
What?
Like 30 days worth?
No, like 14 or 15.
Okay.
I would say 14 to 21 days worth.
It was
But I
21 days automatically, but
I think that's totally worth the coin flip. But I like my coffee dark, so can I flip a dark side point?
Nice try, but no.
can I flip a destiny point for this? What do y'all think?
I think it's funny.
You do not need a consensus to flip a destiny point.
I know, but I feel bad. Like, it is like, what do y'all call it, an economy item? You only have so many.
Do it.
A luxury
because-
item?
And we've
Do it
already
because
flipped it
we have
once. Right.
All of these points, and
Okay.
we're probably not going to be playing for much longer tonight, right? Like,
So that leaves us, right, at 2 light sides, 1 dark side.
Also, it just like
The worst
totally
next.
has no benefit. You get to say you have coffee.
Thank you, gents.
flip a gray side.
I have 21 days of coffee.
All right. Well, I guess everyone else is drinking boiling or boiled water, and you're over there drinking stem calf.
Now
No one
drink
is giving you side eyes for sure.
They better not
I
be.
went looking for tea leaves and found something and put it in my water and like, better than nothing.
Give me an easy survival check.
Got it. You can actually
I'm like-
make tea from pine tree needles, and it's safe.
I've
and
done
good
it.
for
I've
you.
done it many times. It's actually
it
not bad.
Does it help you wake up in the morning?
No, but I've eaten pine before.
It might be where my
Not good.
preference for gin comes from, if I'm being honest.
One success, one advantage. Or sorry, one success, one disadvantage.
Okay. It takes you a little longer than you would like, but you manage to find a few pungent plants that don't appear to be poisonous, and some rather strong scented flowers, and you manage to kind of make yourself a little tea. Whether or not it's actually going to provide any benefit besides flavor to your little morning warm-up drink, who's to say? But yeah, you managed to get yourself a little something going.
Very nice. Very happy. This is a beautiful day. Can't wait to hit the road. Feeling positive.
Right.
Squirrel, shoot the squirrel. There's a little bit of extra breakfast.
What?
I see a squirrel and shoot it, and there's a little extra breakfast.
I'm gonna need a survival check to find a squirrel.
This is just this is flavor. Just let it happen.
Okay.
Hush.
You find a ground squirrel and snipe it out of its hole.
Is it one of those ground squirrels that have those that are infamous from a few sessions ago?
Sure. Yeah. Why not? Why not?
I forgot about
one of those. You finally get one.
Woo!
All right. Next day, Arthur informs you that you guys put in another solid day of travel. You should be at least to the top of the pass, if not well down the other side. Once you get over the pass, it becomes the Madlands quite quickly.
So should we stop here and scout if this is the top elevation we're going to reach?
You guys can absolutely scout at the top elevation if you want, yes.
I mean, even if we don't see anything, it might be worth it.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
I was thinking we detour and kind of go uphill, even though we don't need to try and
right.
Get the right spot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Too. Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay. Are you guys just tromping up there? Are you stinking up there? What are you doing? Just gonna ride full speed up the hill to your lookout spot, or what?
I would describe what I'm envisioning like the pace of the Fellowship of the Ring. Just like, hey, we're on a journey. We're not making noise intentionally. We're not being stealthy any more than usual. We're just like keeping a
we just
mission.
Yeah.
We're just
going off,
just going off the beaten path to try and get a view.
We're walking an average pace, I guess.
Somebody give me a perception check. One person, whoever's on lookout, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Got it.
As you guys are trying to pick your way up to a good vantage point.
Average?
Average, yes.
3 success.
Ooh, nice.
3 success. As you start to kind of deviate from the trail you're on, you definitely see like hoof prints, like another horse or group of horses or donkeys has come through here. Not too long ago, maybe within a couple of weeks, depending on how much rain they've had. But you see some pretty clear hoof prints in the mud.
I asked Arthur if he knows of any reason why someone come through here with like any regularity, like, you know.
Oh,
like a known.
It was most certainly a couple of, maybe a paladin or two. We regularly patrol this area looking for the creatures. they've with their increased in presence, I'm sure we're sending more people this way. I wouldn't be surprised if we run into another paladin on our way through.
Very nice. Good, good. All right, let's keep moving it, boys.
All right. You guys make it up to your vantage point without too much trouble. Really, it's again pretty gradual, not too rough, not too rocky. And you, before you can really kind of take stock, you notice that maybe just a little bit on the other side of the pass, there is a paladin, what appears to be a paladin, wielding a metal broadsword, locked in battle with several creatures of some kind. It's hard to tell at this, but you can definitely hear shouting and swinging and slashing.
And this is within our ability to engage?
You can see him. I would say this would be at long range.
Okay, so this isn't like we see him down the mountain or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
He is down, like, he is further away and like downhill from you guys and like on the other side of the pass, but not by much.
If I can get to medium range, I can support with my bow.
You can easily get to medium range on your horse in one turn.
Is anyone else on board with assisting this paladin? I think we're
I'm with
bound
you.
to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Use that movement, or that maneuver, I mean. And then, are we in battle then? If I do this, can I just use my action to attack?
I would say getting down there, you get at least you get a attack. Like you can make an attack round without them being aware that you're there.
Okay, I'd like to attack the one that is most seriously threatening the paladin at the moment, in the attempt to A, kill it, and B, alert him to the presence that there are people here to help him. So that boosts his morale a little bit.
That makes a certain amount of sense, I would say.
Nice. Oh, right, ranged.
All right, go ahead and give me your ranged. Is it ranged heavy with the bow or ranged light? Give me your attack roll
Heavy.
and add 2 blue die for having the advantage of them not seeing you.
Yes. Excellent. Good, Anakin. Good. Let's kill them. Oh, that's looking good. 4 advantage, 1 success. That would get me, if that hits and there's no soak or anything like that, that would get me 6 damage.
6 damage.
I do have a pierce of 1. I never remember what that word means. I think that goes through 1 soak, right?
That means it ignores 1 soak. Yes, that's very good information to have.
It also has knockdown. I really ought to familiarize myself with what that is.
You knock them on the ground.
I think so.
Okay.
Requires 2 advantage to trigger. I can trigger knockdown with my 2 advantage. According to the rules I just found online. Is that kosher? Can we do that?
Does it say that you have knockdown as a effect on your weapon stats?
Yeah, it's one of the qualities on my Corellian compound.
Then absolutely you can spend 2 advantage to knock it down.
Oh, see, okay. I'm glad I looked into that because I didn't realize I could do that. All right, we're going to knock him down, or not the paladin, but the enemy.
Okay. You shoot it in the back as it's trying to claw and stab this guy. And your arrow kind of hits, and a lot of it is taken by the chitinous plates on the back of this creature. But the sheer force of the bolt hitting it knocks it to the ground, and it kind of screams and hisses and looks at you real pissed off like.
Do I have is shouting a free action in this game? I don't remember.
As long as you're not like shouting complicated, so if you're like get him or like we're here, that's fine.
I just want to shout something like paladins to his aid or something like that, you know, like to make it clear that we're paladins. I mean, I guess we're not technically paladins. What is our title again?
Wizards.
Well, that was the more like common term. We're not paladins, but we're like the novice paladins, or we're like initiates or something like that, right?
No, you have medallions that indicate that you are operating under the purview of the order, but you're not actually part of the order.
Okay, well, I will just utter a nondescript shout that sounds like I am his friend and want to help him.
Hey, man, you can shout however much you want. If you're trying to convince a stranger of your friendly intentions,
hello, how are you doing over there?
I am probably going to make you roll for that. So that might be an action.
Oh, well, I mean, I just attacked the guy who was trying to kill him. So
that's fair. That's fair. No. That's fair. Between being, you know, sort of people, you do look like a demon.
I suppose I look like a mutant or a demon, don't I? I forgot about that.
I would say if you say something mildly friendly, I won't make you roll for it.
I'll be right next to you.
It's like, I've got your back!
As well.
Thud.
I'll be with you.
Covering your 6.
Alright, sounds good. Everybody roll initiative.
Alright.
Okay.
Guessing it's cool this time, right?
Yes, this would be cool since you guys rushed them.
That's cool.
So cool.
I'm super.
I'm gonna use my 4C power. That's what it's for.
Oh, can I do that too? I have.
If you have that,
no, I don't have that one. I thought I did.
Yeah.
1 success, 2
I got excited.
advantage.
Oh man, no, this is not a great.
It makes it more complicated. White is W. I'll spend one of those, the light side, to get a success. So 2 success, 3 advantage for me.
Okay.
Is that right? I feel like I have something else too, but that's
2 success, 3 advantage. Dar is 1 success, 2 advantage.
I got 1 success, 2 advantage.
You guys hear the heifer mooing over my mic?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, this time it's the neighbor's heifer, but
Okay.
It sounded like my phone vibrating with my headphones on. I was like, what in the world was that noise?
It's always funny how it sound like geese sometimes.
Well,
Is that a goose? Nope, it was just a cow.
These heifers are definitely looking for some bulls right now, so I'm not surprised they're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're looking for bowls.
Yes, yeah, and my heifers were last week. We got them. Yeah, we got them bred, so hopefully that turns out well.
Good luck.
Okay. Well, the order of operation. So, I guess nobody else really specified. So I'm assuming Jetus and Stevie are still at long range.
I was assuming we would move up with them, but
No,
I
said I was gonna ride up with Darwin Nigo. He was calling out to, like, give help.
Okay. One moment. I just realized in order to do this properly, I'm going to need the Paladin card.
Want us to flip a coin?
Sorry, I just realized I need to. Yeah, let's do first round of combat, and then we can call it for the night.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Or do you? Yeah.
First round.
Wow. Unfortunate for the Paladin.
No. No.
Hang in there, buddy.
And it's gonna be okay.
It's just a flesh wound.
Oh no, he's just bottom of the initiative order.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, top of the initiative order.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Top of the initiative order is the one that got shot. And as it stands up, those of you that are there, it kind of turns and looks at the interlopers and immediately goes back to trying to kill the Paladin. And what you see is it looks like maybe at one point it was a bear, but it's skinny and kind of elongated and sickly, and it has some sort of long tail that's got like a spike on it that's whipping around. It doesn't seem to be prehensile, but it's certainly thrashing around wildly. And it goes and makes claw attack on the Paladin. Both creatures are the same type of thing. Let's see here.
How very strange. Reminds me of the lion apes. Those were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or lion gorillas, I mean. Which characters were we playing when that happened? Was that this campaign or was that the other one? I don't remember anymore.
I think it was this one.
Was it? Okay. I remember it was really fun using a leadership role to actually contribute to the battle. That was fun.
All right, and that is yikes. The one that has an arrow sticking out of its back viciously turns to the Paladin and just makes a massive overhand strike, knocking the Paladin to the ground as it just gets him full in the chest.
Oh no.
Very unfortunate. All right. Next up is one of you guys, Jetus. You're up next.
Sweet. I will attempt to attack the other one because he hasn't acted yet, and I get cool things. I'm going to. I assume there's a rock nearby. I'm gonna try and hurl a rock at him. I'll move in if I need to. It doesn't specify a distance.
And I get cool things.
I think you may have to spend extra points to get it to go outside of your range band. Like you might have to have upgrades, but because you're currently at medium range.
So I'm at medium. I haven't increased. Oh, I have to spend more to get it.
Yes.
Increase powers range within short range. Okay, we'll give it a try. Or can I move up to short range?
You absolutely can move up to short range.
I'll move into short range to make it easier. And then I need details. How do I do this? I made a check. It's a big check.
So if you're trying to hurl a rock, I would say ranged light, unless it tells you specifically like to use a willpower or something.
No, it says make a ranged attack, so we'll go ranged light.
Yeah.
That's what we did last time too. I just was trying to find my pool. Range combat check. At short range, that would be 2 purples.
Yes.
And then I add my force power. Okay, so 1 success with 3 advantage, and then I gotta go back to the rules. Okay, so I spend a force point to make it happen, and then I spend a force point to increase the size to 1, so it will do 10 damage because I can afford it.
10 damage?
10 times silhouette, and I can spend to increase the strength silhouette to 1, so
this?
10 damage.
Okay. 10 damage. Right to the face. And it does not like that at all.
I've got advantage. So looking at my cheat sheet here.
Yeah.
Can I spend an advantage to inflict a critical injury? I don't know if that's past soak. It says inflicting.
Does it say what? Is there a crit rating for your throwing objects?
So the thing I'm reading says you can spend an advantage to inflict a critical injury with a successful attack that deals damage past soak. It doesn't say anything about like a crit rating for hurl. Because that's. You can say no. I
would have to look at the specific rule. I don't think you do with hurl. Does it say that in the hurl rule? Or does it just say that in the general rule about what you can do with advantage?
The second option you just
gave. Then no. Because that is...
Okay.
You can spend advantage, but that's specifically referring to your weapon's critical like rating. And you can't do that with all weapons. Like stun weapons, for example, you can't score a critical hit.
Yeah. I will then, with the 3 advantage, I will just pass a blue die to the next ally.
Okay.
Zach, did I ever show you this? Or tell you that I had this?
Your compound bow?
Yeah.
I think you told me about it. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
This is what I envision with the Corellian compound. That's why I get such a kick out of it.
That very much looks like the picture.
Anyway.
Next up is the creature you just attacked. And seeing as you are in short range and you just clobbered it with a rock, it is going to spend a maneuver to disengage from the paladin. and then it will move away from the paladin and kind of like get up to engage range with you and attack.
Hey bear. Hey bear.
Your hey bear option is no longer. Just so you know. Oh, also, I didn't do it this last 2 times, but you guys got to add a black die for both of these creatures whenever you attack them. 1 black die.
Oh, even with a ranged attack?
Yes, they have melee and ranged defense.
Oh.
Right.
I can do something about that. What can I do about it?
Ooh, deeply unfortunate for me. Man, I knew I should have flipped a destiny point.
No, you shouldn't.
What kind of weapon are you brandishing? Are you just waving your hands around like a wizard?
I'm a wizard, Potter Harry.
All right.
I haven't drawn anything yet.
Harry Wizard.
I suppose if you want, I use my lightsaber.
Did I lose you guys?
Okay, it's gonna miss in its attack, but it will definitely like knock you to the ground or startle you to the ground with how fast it moves, and it lashes its tail at you, missing. But it will impose 2 black die on your next attack, and you will have to spend, one of your maneuvers to get up.
Sure.
Next up is the people who have 1 success, which is Dar and Stevie. You guys both have the same, so go ahead and whichever one of you guys wants to go.
Stevie can go first if she wants.
Stevie, you're up. And you're muted. And you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna charge forward on my horse to join the melee with my lightsaber held high.
Oh, that would look so cool.
And I'm gonna come in for a sweeping attack. My horse will have it on whichever's the most injured bear creature. And just do like a swipe at it. It's most the one that's Vegeta's. Okay, the one that's like wherever I can get like the closest shot to like the chest or head, just like that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a lightsaber attack, and add 1 black die for its defense and 1 black die for attacking from a mounted horse. Something, as best I can tell, you've never done before.
Right. Is that 2 purple, 2 black?
Yeah, 2 purple, 2 black.
Perfect. Don't forget to add the blue. I gave the blue.
Oh, thank you. Okay, well, here, I'll try to add it, but luckily. Okay, so that adds
5
1 success, 5 success, 2 disadvantage.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. How much damage do you do?
Lightsaber. Here we go. 6 damage.
You
and 3
extra damage.
You'd add 4 because you got 5 success. So 1 is your base damage, and then the rest is your additional damage. So 10 points of damage.
There we go.
Ho!
Nice.
Kind of getting slapped around a little bit, huh?
He sure did. and then I'll finish up my move by starting to circle around and getting ready for the next.
Nice job.
Okay.
So was that the same shot?
If you want to move again, you will have to spend a strain to disengage. And you already used, so you'd have to spend 2 strain to get an additional maneuver, which you would either have to disengage or let him attack you.
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay, so you're disengaged, but you can't move. So you're just disengaged.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Next up is Dar. Dar, you're still at medium range. Your friends have flown past you. It sounds like Gitas. It sounds like you went in off your horse. Is that correct?
That's how it ended up, so that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you could have like jumped off at short range and moved into engaged.
And did they attack the one with my arrow in its back?
No, that one has not been attacked by anyone other than you.
Okay, well, I am going to continue firing on that one because I assume that's probably a better shot. I won't kill my teammates by accident. At least that's the goal here. Another ranged heavy attack. Oh, are you serious? I got the worst roll possible. 2 failure, 1 advantage. Wait, no, 2 failure, 3 advantage.
2 failure, 3 advantage. Okay. You miss your check, but if you want, you can pass a blue die to the paladin.
Yeah, let's do it.
Or you can pass black die to 2 black die to the creature.
I think I want to pass the blue.
Okay.
Seems like the best move to me.
Paladin is still locked in his head-to-head battle with this creature. 3 advantage. Swing and a miss. He will pass a blue die on to Gitas. Top of the round. The one that is attacking the paladin goes first. GP Paladin has... All right. 3 success, 2 advantage. Not enough to crit. Right. The mutant bear creature gets a solid bite on the paladin, doing 6, 8. Doing a solid amount of damage, but more importantly, you see the paladin cry out, and he's holding his shoulder, maybe more than you expected that bite to have inflicted through his armor. Right, next up is Gitas. Gitas, you're up. Oh, wait, sorry. We're going through our second round of combat. My apologies.
Oh, that's okay.
You know what? Never mind. That did not happen. We will pick up the top of the round Next game session.
Let's see, 2 weeks from today then?
Yes.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you, Zach.
No worries. And Jake should be there
It's a very
because
good time.
I should be there with him.
Sweet.